Hello guys, and welcome back to Black Mirror 2, where we shall actually be visiting Black Mirror. So that's pretty cool. In like the 13th set, but we got there. So yeah, there were a lot of things to look at. Also, I'm still not entirely convinced that, Angelina's dead, but yeah, at least some of you also are not entirely convinced, so very curious if they're going to come back to that at all, but I guess we'll see.
The two stone figures look almost identical.
Almost. And two. I clearly see three, but that might be me.
I can't see anything that could be of interest. The two stone figures.
Yet they're, obviously there's something to do with the puzzle there, or I don't know.
I wouldn't even have dreamed of standing in front of this gate a few days ago.
There's a lot of shake for that tree. Must be really windy there, but yeah, it doesn't seem that way.
It looks just like the photo. It almost looks like time stood still here.
Maybe it did. No, I doubt it.
Castle looks real gloomy. The overgrown garden, the damp fog, and my current state of mind don't really help it seem any friendlier.
Well, to be honest, that fog has been bloody everywhere. I mean, seriously, everywhere in Willow Creek there is that fog.
The entire estate is probably enclosed by this fence. The aristocrats in this country don't really foster an open-door culture.
How about this nymph? Is that any different? Doubt it.
The stone figurine is a naked woman, a nymph.
It is different. Okay.
I can't see anything peculiar. The stone figurine is...
Alright, that's pointless. Mailbox and a bell.
Huh. The lock on the letterbox seems to be damaged.
Open it.
Empty.
Great.
An electric doorbell? I was expecting an old bell.
I doubt using the bell will work, right? Are you sure there's nothing?
Empty.
Okay, fine. There's absolutely nothing in there.
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
I guess. I don't know. I like how that just says to the castle, even though, it's a door, which is locked, as far as we know. But I guess that's our entranceway then.
Huh. The braces on this door are badly weathered. Two have turned to rust and aren't even connected to the door frame at the bottom.
Well, if only we still had our trusty metal bar. Or was it iron bar? I don't remember. We had some kind of bar. I think it was metal, but... Oh, we can just try it with our hands. I doubt that'll work.
No way. The braces are only connected to the frame on one side, but they're much more resistant than I thought.
Or another way of looking at it, you're much more of a wimp than you thought you were. How about that? I mean, surely you could just, take a couple of steps and just bash your shoulder into there, and I mean, I'm sure it'd break. So, yeah.
It seems they're a bit more relaxed with nudity here in England. Alright, I don't need to examine it in such detail.
You don't? Oh, well, you never know in these games. There's a branch, alright?
There's a really thick branch lying in the undergrowth. Looks solid.
Well, guess what we're going to be using on the door then? Gotta love it when the answer to a puzzle is
It's
right
damp,
next
but
to it.
not rotten. It must have broken off the tree quite recently. Maybe in the storm yesterday.
Yep, that seems to be it. No real shock there,
Using
but...
this branch as a lever should work. That's it.
I feel like I've heard that sound effect of the door opening like a million times over movies, series, games, especially games though. But I don't know, what is it with that sound effect? Is it free to use or something, or what? Because I've heard it so many times, it's always that one. There's just, I don't know, there's a couple of sound effects that you just hear everywhere. Like a couple of animal sounds, I don't know. I've just heard them at least in like 5 games, and like, even when someone's watching TV and I just walk by and I just hear those sound effects, and it's just stupid. I mean, it can't be that hard to find some unique ones, right? There has to be plenty of recordings of that stuff. Oh, hello. Who are you?
Hey! How did you get in here?
I broke the door
The gate was open.
after I broke it.
Really? I'll wring that brat's neck. I've told her 100 times that the gate must always stay closed if we don't want yobbos snooping around the grounds.
If you're referring to me, I'm not a yobo. I'm a policeman.
You don't say. Then you're sure to have ID. Can I help you, sir?
I've told Mr.
Lewis, good sir. To you, it's just Lewis. You'll take care of this bit. Wonderful. You will have to excuse our gardener, sir. How can I help you?
My name is Falk. I'm investigating a murder that occurred at the lighthouse last night.
I heard about that. Terrible. But tell me, your accent.
I'm part of an exchange program. The United States, Canada, and Great Britain exchange detectives to learn about the various investigative methods. Sherlock Holmes meets Dick Tracy, you might say.
If the government deems it necessary. What about Inspector Collier? Shouldn't he be accompanying you?
He's, sick today.
Ah, I see. He is getting on a bit. How can I help you?
Phew.
Seriously, that works. No fucking way, Darren. That was horrible. Nobody would believe that. Except for Mr. Bates right there, so yeah, I guess all's well. Somebody else ghost. Yeah, they'll be very believable. Let's ask about Lewis first. And then go Black Car, Black Mirror, somebody else ghost, finally.
This Lewis has a bit of an abrupt manner.
He's Welsh.
That explains it.
Uh-huh.
He came with his mistress, Lady Eleanor, when she moved in here after the death of her husband. He used to look after her castle's gardens in Wales. He used to have a different kind of work ethic there.
Lady Eleanor owns a castle in Wales?
She does. Her husband, Sir Richard, was killed in a dreadful accident a few years back. She moved here soon after that.
Interesting.
It could possibly be interesting if he would talk any faster. Ugh, good grief, man. Bates, speak up. I know you're going for the I serve rich people deal, but really just talk normally and it'd speed things up and it'd make everything a lot better. So, about the black car.
A witness saw an unusual black car at the crime scene.
What do you mean by unusual? The Gordon family does have a classic 30s English automobile in its possession.
Unusual enough. Were you up on the cliff with the car this morning?
The ladies haven't driven out anywhere today. And I also don't think that Lewis has taken the car either. Ask him. He looks after the car. Mainly when he should be looking after the garden.
Alrighty, so let's ask about the ladies first then.
You said ladies.
Lady Victoria. She owns Black Mirror Castle, and Lady Eleanor is a relative of hers from Wales. The ladies are the last of the Gordons. They reside here in the castle.
Can I have a word with them?
I would prefer it if you didn't disturb them. Lady Victoria is not a young woman.
No harm in a few words, surely.
Whatever there might be to discuss, you can also discuss with me. I've been involved with the Gordons for more than 70 years. I can tell you everything you may wish to know.
Right, so clearly that is not going to work out for us. But let's continue.
This is an amazing property.
Indeed. It's a place steeped in history.
Unfortunately, all that history often had plenty to do with blood, death, and misfortune, from what I've heard.
The Gordon family was often put to the test. That's true.
Forgive me for putting it like this, but the castle doesn't make the best impression.
I don't understand what that has to do with your inquiry, Mr. Falk.
What about the possible murder victim?
This woman has been murdered. Did you know her?
Are you sure, sir?
Sadly, yes. Her name is Angelina Morgan. You seem to recognize her.
Come with me, sir.
Don't tell me that she's Eleanor or something, right?
Fine.
Right? That you can't possibly. Except that's what I'm thinking. No, it's not. Right.
One moment, please, sir. I'll announce your arrival.
Wait, what was that in the painting over the top right? Or the mirror, I guess.
What was that in the mirror?
Oh, there it is again. What? What's going on?
Mr. Falk, their ladyships are ready to receive you.
Mr. Falk, is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I didn't sleep well. Lady Victoria? Lady Eleanor. My name is Inspector Falk. I'm investigating a murder case.
Bates said you had a photograph of the victim.
That's right. Do you know her?
What's her name?
Angelina Morgan.
I don't know her.
If that's everything.
I do have a few more questions.
It's all right, Bates. Of course, we will be glad to cooperate with the police. Drive to the village and do the job I asked you to do. I'm sure the inspector will keep us company.
Very well, Mom.
She clearly has something to tell us.
So, how can we help you?
What the hell did you write just now? It's kind of bastardized because it tells you he's written something, but you can't actually read it because you're in a conversation. Right, so let's not look around quite yet. Man, that would be a long exploration. Let's, first ask about Bates. Because he's funny. Suspicious in a way.
Your butler, Bates.